Hey guys, this is Gina here. So today I'm going to go over something a little bit different from what I normally do. I know I tend to steer towards makeup things and creative things, but, well, actually, you could count today's tutorial as creative. Um, but I think it's a little bit more practical in a sense because you can use this for career development purposes. I'm going to show you HTML coding today. Ooh, exciting, I know. Well, don't be scared, first of all, because this is actually very, very easy. HTML is kind of the skeleton. It's the most basic programming language in web development. So, what the heck is HTML? You may be asking yourself. Well, HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It's literally a language that gives instructions to your browser, which can be Chrome, Firefox, Safari, or God forbid, Internet Explorer. It tells those browsers how to display a web page or a website. Okay? Now, this one in particular controls the visuals. This, in conjunction with CSS, make a website pretty. It makes the website look the way it does. But HTML is kind of the skeleton, whereas CSS is kind of the flesh. Okay? I'm gonna kind of just delve into it right now because it's literally that easy. Okay? You don't need any crazy software. You can use Notepad in Windows, or you can use TextEdit in Mac. All right? Okay, so let's just get into this, shall we? Alright, so I know I mentioned you can use TextEdit for Mac. I'm actually using a different program called Sublime Text. The only reason I use this, and it does not make your coding any better or anything, I just use it because it has a black background. I just like the way it looks. It's a preference thing, honestly. Alright, so the first thing we have to do is let the browser know that this is going to be an HTML document. It's going to know how to handle it. And to do that, we actually have to declare it. Now, don't go all Michael Scott in the office and say, like, oh, I declare bankruptcy. No, we are going to declare by using a tag. Now, the tags are what make up this markup language. That's what gives the browser the instructions. That's how it tells it what to do. Okay? So, we do that very simply by using this open bracket thingy. I don't know the exact name. Do not judge me. I don't think it's important to know the name. But yeah, this is the tag. Doc type would be HTML. It's that simple. Alright, so now the most important tag in an HTML document is, of course, the HTML tag. And we are going to do that now. Okay, so two things. One, with every tag, there has to be an opening tag and a closing tag. The closing tags are defined with the /, okay? The other thing is, when you're writing HTML, do not use caps. This is just one of those best practices things, just use lowercase. If you're using like XHTML, it's a lot more strict, and it's not going to allow any capitalization in the tags, and it's not going to work. It's going to make your code not work. Okay? Or will not work. It's just not going to be valid code. Excuse me. Another best practices thing is whenever you have tags within tags, which is exactly what I'm going to do right now, indent. Okay? Within these two HTML tags, we're going to have two other tags inside. We're going to have the head tag, and we're going to have the body tag. Okay? So I'm just going to start that. And again, they have to have an opening tag and a closing tag. Okay? So that's our head tag. And now we have to do our body tag. And you're probably thinking to yourself, what the heck are these two tags for? Alright, well, the head tag contains all the document information, the HTML document information, and the body contains the content, and that's how it displays it. for this tutorial, I'm only going to show you the title tag, which goes inside the head tag. And the title tag, what it does is it displays the name of the document or the page, I guess, in the browser, the title bar. And I'll show you how that works in a second. So I'm just going to write the tag out. Title. Okay. And we are going to appropriately name this my first HTML document. Yippee. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and save that. Okay. We're going to save it as, and this is actually pretty important, name it whatever you want. I'm just going to name it index, but the most important part of this is you have to add the extension HTML. This cannot be saved as anything other than an HTML file, because otherwise the browser is not going to interpret it as coding, it's just going to interpret it as text. So the HTML extension lets the browser know that this is something that contains instructions, and it will process it as such. Okay? So I'm just going to save this to the desktop, and you can see that there are already a couple of changes in this program. I can't recall if TextEdit or Notepad does this. Actually, I know Notepad does not do this. It definitely doesn't do this, actually. It just highlights the tags, you see. So any of the content that's going to be displayed is going to be regular white, and the actual tags are pink. Okay. So I see my file right here, and I'm going to open it with Chrome, just so that you guys can see what the title tag does. Okay, so I'm going to open it with Chrome, and oops, I have a lot of stuff open here. All right, here it is. Yippee! This is your first HTML document, and this is exactly how it's going to show up. Okay, so now we're going to get to the nitty-gritty. We're going to get to the potatoes part of the meat and potatoes of this HTML document. Alright, guys? So within the body tag, this is where you put anything that is going to actually be displayed on the web page. Okay? Here, I'm actually going to start with the heading tag. The heading tag is simply this. Alright, oops, I forgot the /. Do not forget the /, otherwise your text is your code is going to be very, very weird. And it's actually not going to be interpreted correctly in the browser, okay? The heading tag, there's actually different kinds of heading tags. There's H1, H2, etc., etc. These are kind of like, you know how in Microsoft Word, you have like title, not macros, but like formatting. This kind of automatically does that for you, so you don't have to like go crazy with like formatting tags, font size, color, things like that. This will automatically do the work for you. So we're just gonna, whatever you want to put as your heading, so I'm gonna just write heading. Alright, and I'm gonna save like the changes after I put in all these tags so that you can see exactly what these tags do. Alright, so H1 is the heading, and now we're gonna put a paragraph. This is actually the best way to display like text. Don't just write stuff out, because HTML is all about organization, okay? And you don't want to have like all these tags that are made for organization and then not just use them. I'm sorry. So for paragraph, we just put opening and closing paragraph tags, and paragraphs are defined with P's. Just very easy stuff, okay? So I'm just going to write out, this is my first paragraph. Wow, it would help if I wrote correctly. This is my first paragraph inside my first paragraph tag. Okay, so remember, all of the stuff that you want displayed has to be between the tags. Do not put it before, do not put it after. It will make stuff look weird, okay? Within the tags. And I actually want to know what is going on with this. Okay, whatever. No, you see how the closing bracket thingy here is like on the next line. I thought it was like a mistake, but I think yeah, it's just doing that automatically, but whatever. Alright, so once you're done with that, you can go ahead and save the changes. Alright, and you can go back to the file and look at that! It's all the stuff you did! Alright, so as you can see, the heading tag, the H1 tag, this right here, did this. The paragraph tag keeps the formatting just as the standard default, which is, I'm pretty sure this is like Times New Roman. I actually know for a fact that this is Times New Roman. And this is probably like something like 12-point font. And you can actually mess around with all of that stuff later on. I'm only going to show you these few basic tags. I don't want to overwhelm you with too many tags because it does take time for you to actually remember all of them. So we can just kind of go over what we've learned today. So we've learned the declaration tag, which is the doc type HTML tag. We learned the HTML tag, which is the most important. That's the first one that you should be writing, HTML, and its closing tag here on the bottom. Everything else is going to be contained within those two tags, the HTML and closing HTML, okay? Now within that, we're going to have the head and the body. Within the head, we have the title. And within the title, we actually write out the title. In body, we have the heading and we have the paragraph, and within each we put their corresponding text. So in the heading tag, we put the heading, and in paragraph, we put whatever we wanted to display there. Okay? So I hope this was a fairly easy introduction for you guys. I hope it wasn't overwhelming, and I hope I wasn't going too fast. I feel like what I'm going to do from now on is just add a few more tags for your reference. I feel like that's the best way to learn things, just to kind of focus on one thing, learn it for real, and then move on to the next thing. So that way you're not just like going over these things and then not ever remembering them. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope we can continue in this HTML journey together. Until next time, guys, if you have anything you want to tell me, you can definitely reach out to me at Gina@Crushedblush.com, or you can just write me a comment in the comment section in my page. So I look forward to hearing from you guys. Take care.